welcome to another episode of Wren's Wasteland Camp Reviews / Dumpster Fires, the Commonwealth. It's a wonderful sorted night, day thingy here down by Harper's Ferry. There's a camp here that is right where I built mine at. This one is owned by Prison, and where I say I built mine at, I mean literally I built one right down there under in the water level. Okay, let's take a quick peek around here. So we've got billboard, 2 water purifiers which have to be set on land, which are set in water, which I'm just gonna go ahead and say this is stupid. I mean, like, grade A, 100% non-homogenized, finger in your nose, stupid. This up here is from the new event. It is the canopy, and that over there is the Blue Devil. If you haven't done that event yet, I highly recommend it. Each time you do it, your events, they will grant you some other piece of decoration or weapon or any number of things. So they use the vault set. See, these are what should be in the water. This makes sense. You know, these produce a lot of water. Those produce hardly any. Yeah. Alright, let's check his vendor and see what he's got. Anything good? Nothing horrible, but nothing priced well either. So keep that in mind if you come here. Got the Brotherhood of Steel symbol on his vault thingy. This is his workroom. This is his human skin floor covering. I know it's a giant ghoul, but it's still a human, I hate to tell you. A 2-headed cow covering, which again is from the new event, as is this little mat right here. This is their bedroom. See, this is their beds. This is a new one, by the way. Again, from one of those 2 new events. Highly recommend doing them, just for the new stuff. He has a lot of guns out here, or she, I'm not sure which, let's be honest. They have a skylight, which I totally get. I mean, I always wanted a view of the underside of a bridge. Yep, makes perfect sense to me. To look up and see the wonderful work of masons and concrete sculptors and steel welders, riveters, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, it's a wonderful place to put a skylight. It's like, oh man. Anyway, so on a scale of 1 to 10 is how I rate every camp. I do not usually go into vaults unless the camp impresses me enough that I want to. This one, as you can tell, does not impress me enough that I want to. I think it's kind of funny that he put out the, or she put out the heads over here on the wall. I mean, they have a building. They could have built better and done, oh well. Anyway, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to rate this one 5, because although they did build it and they placed it here, there's a lot of stupidity going on here which detracts from the overall build, and the overall fact is it is really quite dumb, the stuff that is dumb about this build. I mean, just amazingly dumb. Alright, so that's a 5. We'll jump over here to this Joe King 17's camp and check it out. If you haven't seen my new video, I posted one about Flatwoods. Did the voiceover work myself. I sound like a horse donkey in it. I highly recommend checking it out, if anything, just to laugh at me and be amazed at the crappy camera work. Alright, so this place here is near the Dagger's Den, which is just down the road from the Sunday Brothers Cabin, which is where the in Berkeley Springs, which is where the Sunday Brothers Cabin is where the Mirelurk Moonshine event goes. This thing here, I don't think is part of the build. I'm pretty sure that's not. I think their build is up on the hill above us, but I just want the Nuka-Cola. There we go. Yeah, I'm still doing dailies. Alright, so this is their build right here. And as you can tell, it's a farm. They're growing blackberries and some wheat. And some corn. Funny thing, whenever I plant corn out in the wasteland, usually I plant it around an outhouse because, you know, in Appalachia they actually use corn cobs as toilet paper when they ran out back in the day, or whenever they didn't have it. So let's check this out. This is a prefab, so they automatically get 2. They put a generator on the inside of it so they can get smoke inhalation and die. They didn't even bother attaching any conduits to anything so that the lights would come on that they put on the ceiling. This is their bed. This is their flaming throne set in the middle of a building. So they got a 2. They got another generator up on top of it, if I remember right. Yep, there it is. You can see one gun sitting up there and a generator. The generator is a solar collector, so it's even just, yeah. I'll just leave it at that. So I can honestly say that they got a 2. Yay! My God, what the hell? Alright, next up. Inoctables Camp 255. Let's go to it and see what we got. This will be number 3, bright shiny number 3. This is my build called The Last Mystery. It's on the channel if you'd like to check it out. As always, like and subscribe. Try and con more people into watching this crazy crap that I produce. I know it's not crazy, and I know it's not totally crap. I do go to people's camps, and I do try and help them. This one has 2 prefabs, an exterior generator that is the windmill, which is actually a good thing to have whenever you have this prefab here. I'm going to do a video about all the prefabs. I will basically tell you what you get. I won't be showing you any of the doors, but I will be showing you the prefabs themselves and explaining what things are kind of bugged out in the current build of the game that we're playing. So let's check in here. This is their workroom, which is good because it's a barn. It should be a workroom. They have a generator up here, which I don't know why, other than it looks cool, and they need it to power their fusion core charger, which I guess that makes sense. That one outside wouldn't do that. The one upstairs will give them 100 power, if I remember right, and I think that one gives you like 12. And between the 2, you'd have enough to power everything, which brings to the question why they didn't bother to run lines outside through the walls, because all it would take is a few conduits, and then you wouldn't need these solar collectors. You'd have plenty of power from the generator, and you also don't need solar collectors either if you just use turrets that don't require power, that work on their own. Let's check this out right here. This is their vendor. Let's see if they've got anything cool. Burning Love, a Furious Gauntlet, Love Tap, Quadovo Shotgun, which is actually a really good deal. Recoil Compensated Enclave Plasma Rifle, which I don't care about. I'll be honest, that quad double barrel shotgun is good as a deal, even if I just wanted to break it down, but I will probably modify it some more. So they've got Collectron out here, a couple more guns. They are gun happy. Given the area that we are in, they do not need that many guns. They already have the ghoul chairs, which is kind of gross, I might add, and I wouldn't use these for a decorative item unless I'm going to build a horror themed. Me personally, that is. All their plants are out here on floating. Oh, good lord. Alright, heading in. They got 4 points to lose right now. This is a bed. This is the new apothecary thing. Basically what it does is it produces plants that you can find in the wasteland. Various quality, various quantities. Some of them can be replanted, some of them cannot. I highly am not sure that I would recommend buying this unless you think you really want it as a decorative item. It is themed for the what are they called? Possum Scouts. So there is that. Oh man. Alright. Now this place is themed up to be Rip Daring's place. I do not like personally having that large an amount of mounted things in my cabins. But they don't have a bed, or at least I didn't see one anywhere unless I missed it. They have one ally and no bed. Unless they put one in here and I totally missed it. Which is entirely possible. Nope, nope. Didn't miss it. Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, they have a vault that's out and it's set up kind of well. I'm gonna give them a 2. They have 2 prefabs. And I would normally give them, you know, higher ratings than this, except for a couple things. The only bed they have that I can see is that plant right there. That's the only bed that I can see. They have a lot of turrets. They have a lot of crap. But I'm going to give them a 2. Because although it's decorated kind of, it's like, I just don't know. It just makes, every time I come to a camp and they've got this much power floating around, and no real reason to have it because they have, you know, that big generator in there, and they've got the windmill out here, and they've got this, and they've got that, and then they've got half their camp hanging off the back of a cliff, floating in the air on concrete slabs. See, I just want to make sure you understand that. I just can't give them more than a 2. I mean, it's not that I don't like the camp, or that the camp's not got cool stuff in it. It's the fact that actually, it is the fact that I don't like the camp, and it looks like dog shit, to be honest. It's like, oh man, even the one underneath the bridge looks better than this. Jesus. And I have been having weird connections with the Mothman again. That's probably because I'm working on a video about the cultists, so anyway, that should be coming out within the next couple of days, if it's not out already by the time you see this. So anyway, this has been Ren for Ren's Wasteland Camp Reviews / Dumpster Fires of the Commonwealth. If you have any good ideas for videos, or if you just want to chat or want to participate in movie night or any of the other stuff that I plan on doing through the Discord, join the Discord. Links in the should be in the video description and also in the channel description. So one place or the other, you'll find it. You have a good night and have fun with this game as much as you can. I'm probably going to start playing Starfield and recording that whenever it comes out, because I am addicted to decent games. And Bethesda makes a fairly decent game. They just, they always have issues and little bugs and things like that. Far less than the stuff that they don't have to update as often as they do this. But anyway, it is a good view, I will admit. Alright, I'll give them a 3. Alright. Have a nice night.